Hey everybody, Terry Daniel, voice actor and coach from Minneapolis. Is that my microphone that's moving? I swear to God it was moving. I've always thought this studio was haunted. I'm going to call in ghost hunters. Did you remember that show? Hey, today I want to talk about marketing to talent agents. First off, hopefully you've done everything the way you're supposed to do it. A flurry of coaching sessions up front, and then you get a killer demo produced and directed by a voiceover coach. And by the way, recorded in a professional recording studio. So let's talk a little bit about what's next. This video is going to be more about marketing to talent agents. I'm going to do some other videos where I'm going to talk about marketing to production companies, marketing to audio-visual departments and corporations by way of being an independent contractor. Because if you saw my other video about this in this playlist, you can go throughout your entire career and never get on one talent agency roster and still make a damn good living doing voiceovers. That's what I do. 80% of my annual income is by way of being an independent contractor. But some of the biggest gigs I've ever gotten was by way of a talent agent. Talent agents are still a big part of the game, especially if you want to go after gigs from like Budweiser, McDonald's, Ford, Coca-Cola. I mean, it's pretty next to impossible to get these kind of gigs without the help of a talent agent. So, how do I market to a talent agent? Well, first off, don't jump into the ocean until you've jumped into the pond first. There's no need to go after these huge LA, New York agents until you've gotten signed on to a couple of smaller agents. Now, smaller doesn't mean less significant. I'm just talking about the size of the market. Small to medium market agents, those are the agents you should be going after first. You know, if you want to get on with an LA agent, sometimes you have to live there, and most of the time you have to have a referral. So that should even be on your radar until you have a few years of experience anyway. Now, let's talk about talent agency protocol, because this is really important. The best way to go about this is to go on the talent agency website, find the page for new talents and new talent submissions. Most of them have this. They will tell you how they want the demo submitted. Many of them have a little form to fill out where you can attach an MP3 of your demo. Rarely do you have to mail anything out. That era is over. This is all done electronically, most of the time attaching an MP3. Now, if that's the way they want their demo submitted, don't pick up the phone and call the talent agent. Don't email the talent agent. Fill out the form on the website. They're going to get really cranky if you start, going around the protocol on this. Basically what that tells them is you're not a very good listener. And if you're not going to pay attention to what they're saying, how are you going to pay attention to a real voiceover client when it comes time to follow their instructions? So, start just like I mentioned in several other videos, you need to do things the right way. I talked about coaching, then getting the demo professionally produced. This stuff is just as important, following the protocol on a talent agency website. Occasionally, there will also be notes on their website that they are not accepting demos at this time, and check back with us in 4 to 6 months. Please respect that request. Don't pick up the phone and call them. Hey, I know I saw that your website said that you weren't accepting demos, but do you mind if I send you an MP3? That's just going to be very aggravating. And, you want to get on their good side, and that's not a very good way to get on their good side. Always important to follow the protocol. Now, let's say you go to a talent agency website and there's nothing whatsoever for new talents. There's no instructions on how to submit the demo. If that is the case, then I would say send what I call a warm email, 3 or 4 lines, just trying to find out who the person in charge is and can you send an MP3 of your demo. Make it really quick. No talent agent wants to hear your life story. Sending an email with 4 or 5 paragraphs of how it's, you've wanted to be a voice actor for 30 years, and then you just go on and on and on for 5 or 6 different paragraphs. That's not going to impress anybody. As a matter of fact, that's a good way to get blacklisted. Keep it brief, professional, and very brief. And it should be an email form. Most of the time, talent agents aren't even going to pick up the phone when you try to call them. And a lot of times it's very difficult to get a hold of them. And email, if you have to, is going to be the best way to go about this. But again, I'm going to go back to the protocol on the website. Most talent agencies will have that listed for new talents on their website. It is so important to follow those steps. And don't blow this stuff off because you're trying to make a good impression, especially, you're a relatively new talent and you want to make a good impression with those first few inquiries that you're making. And once again, let's hit up the small to medium market agents first, just to get some experience under your belt before we talk about Los Angeles or New York City. So that's it for now. Terry Daniel, voice actor and coach from Minneapolis. I will talk to you very soon. Thanks, everybody.